Money Wise, and it reads, "Down for the count. Peter Schiff urges Americans to get ready for a major dollar decline. Predicts end of the greenback as global reserve currency. Investor shares his take on the de-dollarization narrative." All right, let's see what Mr. Schiff, Mr. Doom and Gloom has to say. Economist Peter Schiff has warned Americans to get ready for a major dollar decline. The genesis of his gloomy outlook, for the greenback will come as no surprise to those who understand Schiff's gold-first investing philosophy. I think gold is telling us that the dollar is going down again, and this time it's going down for the count. The 61-year-old said recently on Patrick Bet-David's PBD podcast, "Oh my gosh, I do not like Patrick Bet-David. Blocked him years ago." First thing I want to point out is the obvious bias of Mr. Schiff. If this man is preaching a gold-first investing philosophy, he obviously has a lot of money tied up in gold, and he wants to push people towards making those type of investments. Why? So he can make more money. I do not believe that we're going to see a major dollar decline in the near future or in the coming decades at all. Maybe in the next century. I don't see that happening. There is a reason why the U.S. is so keen on foreign aid. I feel like for the dollar to decline in such a manner, these countries have to decide to no longer use the dollar as like global reserve currency. And if the U.S. is very keen on pushing and advancing its foreign policy, these foreign countries won't do that. Let's continue. Gold prices soared to record highs in early April, fueled by central banks bolstering their bullion reserves amid geopolitical tensions. I think the dollar is going to be knocked off its pedestal, Schiff added. I think it's going to lose its status as the reserve currency. We see this shift towards gold anytime there's economic turmoil in the market. I don't think this is anything new. We have ups and downs. We have bull and bear markets. It happens. It comes and it goes. I just think they're blown out of proportion. It goes on to say, is he right about the future of the greenback? De-dollarization. Shift is predicting a phenomenon known as de-dollarization, when countries shift away from the greenback as a reserve currency, medium of exchange, or unit of account. It's true that the dollar has experienced a slow decline in recent years. IMF data shows the greenback's share of global allocated foreign exchange reserves has fallen by around 7% since early 2016. But central banks still rely heavily on the US dollar, like I said, with the currency accounting for 58.41% of reserves. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Reserves in the fourth quarter of 2023, compared to the euro at 19.98%, the Japanese yen at 5.7%, the British pound sterling at 4.84%, and China's yuan at 2.29%. That's what I'm talking about. Rather than losing its global reserve throne to another currency, Shiff is more interested in data that shows central banks are ditching the dollar in favor of a shinier and more stable alternative, gold. I don't think that's going to happen at all. Gold has already broken out, he told Bet-David, alluding to the fact that central banks bought gold at breakneck pace in 2023 per the World Gold Council, with annual net purchases of 1,037 tons, just 45 tons short of the 2022 record. I think what's going to happen in the world is the world's going to reject the dollar like we rejected gold in 1971, and it's going to go back on the gold standard, Shipp predicted. The gold standard is a monetary system used primarily from the 1870s to the 1920s, where the value of currencies is fixed to a specified amount of gold. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I don't believe what this man is saying. I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon. We have to remember we live in a global economy. This is no longer the 1870s to the 1920s anymore. This is a global economy, and the U.S. is the CEO of the global economy. We are relying on each other. Every country is relying on the U.S. right now, and that's not going to change anytime in the near future. If the U.S. goes down, everybody else goes down for the count as well. But what do you guys think about this article? What do you think about, what's his name, Peter Schiff? Peter Schiff's advice? Do you think he's just doom and gloom? Do you think he's onto something? What do you think about Patrick Bet-David? I do not like his podcast. I don't watch it. Ben blocked his channel. Don't agree with his commentary. I feel like once these people start making a lot of money, they become delusional. They become out of touch with reality. They like to, push conspiracies and scapegoat narratives. I don't have time for. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Take care and peace.